Hello, Marie. Quick update. Alex got into college. Harvard, of course, as expected of my son. Anyway, I'm sending you a list of things we need. Hello. I'm so glad Alex got accepted into college. He worked really hard studying for his exams, so please make sure to praise him plenty. But what list are you talking about? You must be so proud to have a grandson going to Harvard. Not many grandmothers can say that. Of course I'm proud. Alex has always been such a dedicated student. Since you're so proud, you'll want to help prepare him for success, right? He can't show up at Harvard unprepared. What do you mean by prepare? You still haven't answered what list you're talking about either. We want a custom-made suit for the orientation ceremony. And since he's going to live alone near the university, we need the security deposit, first month's rent, furniture, appliances, and his coming-of-age celebration gift. The celebration gift should be at least $3,000. What? What is this? Like I said, it's a list of things we need. We've already started looking at apartments near campus. The security deposits are quite high in that area. I wasn't aware you were expecting me to contribute to these expenses. I'll let you know about the furniture and appliances after we go to the store and decide what he needs. Sarah, please don't charge ahead with the conversation. I don't understand. Don't play dumb. Just because your husband passed away doesn't mean you can act senile. And don't worry, we have no intention of taking care of you or having you live with us, even if Michael is the eldest son. That's quite an assumption about me needing care. I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself. Well, you seem to be having trouble understanding such a simple request. I don't know why you're suddenly talking about lists and furniture and appliances and gifts. Could it be that you're suggesting I should pay for all this for you? Don't be silly. You want to pay for it, don't you? Having a grandson who got into Harvard must be your greatest pride. We thought you'd want to contribute, so we went through the trouble of making this list for you. You made quite a detailed list without even discussing it with me first. Why would we need to discuss it? It's for Alex, your precious grandson. Let me see. A custom-made suit for orientation, security deposit, and first month's rent for his apartment. Furniture, appliances, and a celebration gift of at least $3,000, right? Oh, yes, and since there's both the college acceptance and coming-of-age celebration, the gift should be at least $6,000 combined. I mean, it's for your grandson's college acceptance and coming-of-age, after all. While I'm very happy about Alex getting into college and reaching adulthood, and I certainly want to celebrate, don't you think a suit, deposits, furniture, and appliances go beyond the scope of a celebration gift? Shouldn't you, as his parents, be the ones preparing these things? I can't believe you're being so stingy about this. Do you know how expensive Harvard is? Yes, I'm well aware of Harvard's costs. That's precisely why proper financial planning is important. What are you saying? We're being considerate of your feelings here. You'd want to celebrate, right? And you're just coldly rejecting our thoughtfulness. You've always been so cold-hearted, Marie. Cold? What do you mean by always? You never offer to help unless we ask. A real grandmother would volunteer to help without being asked. I prefer to let parents handle their responsibilities unless they request assistance. You don't want me butting in at every turn, do you? Well, when Alex was preparing for his entrance exams, we thought you'd want to help with his prep school fees and exam fees. But you said us parents should handle that. Do you know how many lunches with friends I had to skip this past year because of that? If I jumped in to do things that Michael and you should be doing as parents, wouldn't that create its own problem? What problems? It's money. It's support. How could that create problems? Children need to see their parents taking responsibility. You've become so stingy since your husband died. I bet there's hidden money somewhere and inheritance from him. Are you lying about not having any? There isn't any. You must have savings, though. What else do you spend your money on? My finances are my private matter. Look, we're going to have problems if you don't help with the money. Are you saying it's okay for Alex to be the only one wearing jeans and a hoodie at orientation? If we can't pay the security deposit and first month's rent, he can't live on his own. Don't you care about your grandson? Again, isn't this the responsibility of you, his parents? Why should I have to cover everything? He's your grandson, right? You want to help, right? All grandmothers would spend whatever they can on their grandchildren. I don't know about what's common, but I at least believe parents should do what they can for their children first. We've done everything we could. We've sacrificed so much already. Of course, I'd help if there were special circumstances, but you're not struggling financially, are you? Of course not. We've never had trouble making ends meet. Then there's no need for me to cover everything. But I told you, I've been skipping lunches with my friends for the past year. That's your personal choice. It has nothing to do with Alex. How dare you dismiss my sacrifices like that? I've been saving every penny. And skipping social lunches while expecting others to pay for major expenses isn't exactly financial planning. Look, just shut up and give us the money for your grandson. If you don't, you'll never see Alex again. Keep that in mind. We'll be waiting for the money to be transferred to the usual account. Wait just a minute. No more discussion. Just transfer the money. You have until the end of the week. You can't just demand money and threaten me like this. Watch me. Either you help your grandson or you lose him. Your choice. This conversation isn't over, Sarah. Yes, it is. Money or no grandson. Simple as that.
Grandma, are you okay to talk right now?
Alex, what's wrong?
The other day when Mom and Dad suddenly visited you, I tried to stop them, but they wouldn't listen. I'm really sorry.
It's not your fault, Alex.
But they were talking about money again, weren't they? About the security deposit and stuff for my apartment. Dad and Mom are always talking to you about money. It's really embarrassing.
You're such a good boy, Alex. Thank you for worrying about me.
I've tried telling them to stop pressuring you, but they won't listen.
You shouldn't be caught in the middle of this.
Mom ended up getting angry and leaving early, even though you've done so much for us. I really don't know what Dad and Mom are thinking, but more importantly, Grandma, did you give Dad or Mom your credit card?
What? Credit card?
We're out shopping for furniture and appliances for my apartment, and they said they're paying by credit card. When I saw the card at checkout, it had your name on it.
I never gave them my credit card. I just checked my purse, and my card is missing.
I was afraid of that. Then Dad or Mom must have taken it when they visited last time. Maybe that's why Mom left early, so that you wouldn't figure out that she'd taken it.
No, surely not.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time, would it? They used to take money from the can you have next to the sugar jar, so it's not impossible. And Mom was definitely using your credit card like it was her own. Mom's been buying things for herself, too, not just apartment stuff.
What kind of things?
Designer bags, expensive clothes. She says it's to look proper for Harvard events.
Alex, are your parents having money problems?
I don't know, but ever since I got into Harvard, they've been going out drinking a lot and bragging about me. They keep telling everyone they're Harvard parents now.
What troublesome people. I'll cancel the credit card right away. Thank you for telling me.
I'm embarrassed about my own parents. I'm so sorry about all this. It's not much of an apology, but they're planning to have a proper celebration dinner for my college acceptance and coming of age at a nice restaurant. Please come, Grandma.
That's sweet of you to invite me. Thank you.
I really want you there. You're the only one who actually listens to me.
Is something else bothering you, Alex?
I'll tell you more later. I just want you to be at the celebration. I'll send you the details later. I'll make sure Mom and Dad know you're coming, too.
Hey, Marie, what's going on with the credit card? It's not working. Did you do something? I tried to go shopping and couldn't use it. I was so embarrassed. I don't know where you were trying to shop, but my card went missing from my purse, so I canceled it in case of fraud. You could have warned me before canceling it. Why would I warn you about my own credit card? Because your son has the card right now. You can't just cancel it when we're using it. Why do you have my card, and why are you trying to use it without saying anything to me? Don't act like this is some big deal. We're family. Taking someone's credit card without permission is a big deal. It's for your grandson, so it doesn't count as theft. Besides, you must have inheritance money from your husband. It's better for young people with a future to use the money than someone who doesn't have much time left. Did you take it from my purse? We borrowed it, and it wasn't me, it was Michael, and it's for Alex. Besides, we've already ordered so many things. You can't just cancel everything now. What exactly have you ordered? Just necessities for Alex, and a few small things for ourselves. If this kind of behavior continues, I'm afraid I won't want you coming to my house anymore. Never mind that. Are you free the second Saturday of next month? Never mind that. We're having Alex's celebration dinner. Surely that's more important than this credit card business. Yes, Alex already told me about the celebration. Getting into Harvard is a huge deal. It's never happened in either my family or Michael's family before. So, we're having a big celebration with all the relatives. My side of the family will be there in full force, so your side will come too, right? You want to celebrate your grandson's success, right? We're letting you be part of it, so make sure to keep your schedule clear. As long as Alex wants me there, I'll come. Also, could you bring about 10 relatives from your side? That many? This seems like a very large gathering. Well, from our side, we'll have my parents, my sister's family, my brother and his wife, my father's brother and his wife, my cousins, and my younger sister's family. That's at least 15 people total. For balance, you need to bring about 10 relatives. Otherwise, it'll look like only our side of the family cares about Alex. 10 people would be difficult, but why don't you invite whoever you'd like to come? You must have their contact information. It would be more proper for you as the hosts to send the invitations rather than me. Huh? I don't have their contact information. Why would I keep track of your relatives? But our relatives have been sending fruit baskets and birthday celebration gifts regularly, and they send Christmas presents too. We didn't need to reply to those, so I never bothered keeping their addresses. Are you saying you've been receiving gifts from not just us, but all our relatives, and never sent anything in return? Is that necessary? It's just a waste of money. We've been spending so much on education and everything else to get Alex into Harvard. I had no idea. Our relatives never mentioned anything. They're probably too polite to complain. See, they understand about saving money for Alex's future. That's not the point. Please handle contacting them. By the way, the attendance fee is $1,000 per person, and that's separate from Alex's celebration gift.
What are you talking about?
It's a high-class restaurant. We need to make it special for Harvard.
That's an unreasonable amount.
So please, take care of that on your end.
Wait, Sarah, I can't gather relatives for an event with $1,000 attendance fee.
Why not? Your relatives seem well off, judging by their gifts.
That's not the point. Nobody expects to pay that much for a celebration dinner.
This isn't just any celebration, it's Harvard!
You keep saying Harvard like it justifies everything.
Because it does! Do you know how many people would kill to have their child go to Harvard?
That still doesn't justify these excessive demands.
Just get your relatives to come. They can afford it.
I need to know more details about this event before involving anyone.
What details? It's a dinner at a fancy restaurant for Harvard.
What about the actual arrangements, the menu, the schedule?
We'll figure that out once we know how many people are coming.
Shouldn't these things be decided before asking people to commit?
Just tell them to come and remind them about the attendance fee.
This is not how you plan a family celebration.
It's how we're planning this celebration. Make it happen.
I need time to think about this.
There's nothing to think about. Just get your relatives there with their money.
Wait, Sarah. I really would like to talk about this properly. Sarah? Please answer me. What's going on? I came because I was invited, but they're saying there's no seat for me. The staff told me my reservation wasn't even included in the count.
Well, we weren't sure if you were coming, and you never told us how many people you were bringing. This is your own fault.
What do you mean you weren't sure? Alex specifically invited me.
Alex isn't in charge of the guest list. I am.
I tried contacting you multiple times after that, but you ignored everything and only sent the location and time. And when I tried reaching Michael, he wouldn't even read my messages.
Oh, Michael blocked your messages.
He what?
Don't act so surprised. You've been difficult about everything lately.
How have I been difficult?
The credit card, the relatives, everything.
These are all issues you created.
We weren't sure if you were coming, and you never told us how many relatives were coming, so we didn't make reservations for your side. This isn't my fault, right? Besides, I heard something interesting. You're not even blood related to Michael, are you? You were his father's second wife, and Michael was his child from before? Michael said he always hated how some stranger acted like his mother.
Where is this coming from suddenly?
Michael told me everything, how you tried to replace his real mother.
I thought we discussed all this when you and Michael got married.
Well, now I know the truth. You're just a stepmother.
That doesn't change the years I spent raising him.
You keep calling Alex your grandson and talking about getting into Harvard. But when you really think about it, you're not even related by blood. You're just a stranger. We don't want you using Alex to brag about how you're grandmother to a Harvard student, so we've decided to cut ties. Now, would you please leave us alone?
Very well.
Huh? Why are you suddenly acting different? Aren't you going to argue?
If that's what you want, I'll make sure not to associate with you as anything more than strangers from now on. My relatives and I will take our leave.
Wait, what about your relatives? Aren't they coming?
As you said, we're strangers now.
But we were counting on their attendance fees.
Goodbye, Sarah. I hope you enjoy your celebration.
Wait, are you really leaving?
Isn't that what you just asked me to do?
But the attendance fees.
Strangers don't pay for each other's parties.
You're being petty now.
No, I'm simply respecting your wishes.
Fine, leave. See if we care.
Goodbye, Sarah. Give my best to Alex.
Don't pretend you care about Alex now.
I'll always care about Alex, but you've made your position clear.
Just go already.
One last thing. You might want to check your mail in the coming days.
What's that supposed to mean?
You'll see. Goodbye.
What's the meaning of this bill? You can't be serious.
It's a bill for Alex's college tuition and your credit card charges. Everything you should have paid for.
You must be joking. This is ridiculous.
Every charge is itemized and documented.
What?
We're strangers now, right? So there's no reason for me to pay for all of this.
You can't do this to us.
I'm simply treating this as a business matter between strangers.
Wait. Did you mention Alex's college tuition? What?
Don't tell me you didn't know. Michael didn't tell you.
Tell me what? What are you talking about?
Michael came to me asking for help with Alex's college tuition, saying that you needed it all paid up front. I paid everything, thinking it was for Alex's future.
That's impossible. Michael said he handled it.
He handled it by asking me for money.
I never heard about this. I thought Michael paid for it.
He said he'd pay me back eventually, but after your behavior at the celebration and everything else that's built up over time, I've lost all trust. So I want it back now, all at once.
That's impossible. You can't demand everything at once. We need money for Alex's living expenses while he's at college.
The tuition isn't really the issue. The bigger problem is the credit card. The charges are quite large. In looking at the statement, I see women's perfume, luxury brand shopping. These were your purchases, weren't they? So you should pay for them.
Those were necessary purchases for Harvard events.
Designer handbags were necessary for Harvard?
Wait a minute, but that money is from Michael's dad's inheritance, right? Michael, as his blood-related son, should have inherited everything.
The primary inheritor is the spouse.
That's not fair. Blood relations should come first.
The law disagrees with you.
Blood relations are more important than strangers, so basically, all your money is really Michael's dad's money. Which means it's eventually going to be Michael's money, so we don't need to pay it back, right?
That's quite some logic, but unfortunately for you, my money is my money. It's money I earned myself, as you both confirmed when he passed away. There was hardly any inheritance, don't you remember? You were so disappointed.
Yeah, so does that mean you were hiding it? You must have hidden the real inheritance somewhere.
Weren't you the ones who turned the house upside down searching, and when you found nothing, left without helping with the cleaning, organizing, or dealing with his belongings?
Then where did all that money come from?
I work. I'm the vice president of the company my brother inherited from our father.
What? Vice president?
My husband was my brother's colleague. My brother introduced us, and we started dating. Originally, my husband was supposed to become vice president, but when he fell ill, I took the position instead.
Wait, Michael never told me any of this.
Michael probably thinks his father just had a good position at some company. He probably thought I was just some office worker too. That boy never was good at listening to other people properly.
This can't be. So, you're the one with money? Your family is wealthy?
Didn't you notice all the expensive fruit and gifts from my relatives over the years?
Come to think of it, but I always thought they were from your husband's side.
Now that you understand where my money comes from, how about paying back what you owe me as detailed in this bill?
Are you saying it's okay if Alex can't go to Harvard?
The tuition's already been paid, hasn't it?
If we have to take out loans to pay you back now, we won't be able to afford Alex's college expenses.
Why would that be? Harvard's expensive, but you were planning to send him there anyway. It's strange that you wouldn't have the money.
Well, we were counting on you and the relatives.
You were planning to rely on others for your child's education?
Everyone relies on family.
Not to the extent you do.
If I have to pay for tuition, I'll have to cut back on my lunches, and I won't be able to go on vacations. I won't be able to buy things I want.
Don't be ridiculous if you can't understand what your priorities should be. You don't deserve any help. I won't have any mercy.
You're being cruel.
Besides, Alex said he's not going to Harvard anyway. So you won't need tuition money. Just pay back what you owe me immediately.
What? He's not going to Harvard? Why?
I heard everything from Alex, that Harvard wasn't even the school he wanted to go to. That you submitted his application without his permission, that he only took the entrance exam for your vanity. He's been quietly preparing to do what he really wants to do, and he said he's done living with you.
That's not true! Alex was thrilled about Harvard!
Did you ever actually ask him?
He studied so hard for it!
Because you gave him no choice.
Wait, I can't get in touch with Alex. Where is he? I just went to his room and all his things are gone.
You never really saw Alex for who he was, did you? He's an adult now, and he's chosen to walk his own path.
But after finally getting into Harvard, you must know where he is. Tell me!
Since I'm just a stranger, I'll take my leave now. Please pay the amount requested by the due date.
You can't just walk away from this. Wait, Marie, are you saying it's okay if your son ends up drowning in debt? Besides, about being family, as vice president, surely Michael should inherit your position.
Now you want to talk about family?
We can work something out. Michael is your son, after all.
Family? We're strangers, remember? After all, we never did the legal adoption paperwork.
What do you mean you never did the legal adoption?
Without legal adoption, we're not legally parent and child. I married his father, but I never legally adopted Michael, so I'm not legally his mother. So you were right, we are strangers. Trying to butter me up now won't get you anywhere. Both of you need to work honestly and pay back what you owe. Goodbye.
You can't do this! Think about Michael's future! Wait, if I had known you were wealthy, I would never have done any of this!
That's quite revealing, Sarah. Goodbye.
Please, we can fix this. We can be family again!
The bill is due in 30 days. Good luck. When they didn't pay by the due date, I hired a lawyer and formally demanded payment from Michael and Sarah for both the college tuition and unauthorized credit card charges. They ended up having to comply with the payment and took out loans to pay everything back at once. While they had planned to rely on their Harvard-bound son with a promising future to support them, Alex rejected Harvard and disappeared. They lost both their money and their son. I hear they're still trying to find Alex, but he's actually no longer in the country. He's abroad, so it will be difficult for them to meet. I'm planning to visit Alex during my next long vacation.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.